Okay, good morning, dear cadets. So, some part of this biomolecules chapter is left. So, today only I will complete this one and will wind up this unit. Okay. So, now in the previous video, means yesterday's video, what I taught you? I taught you the nucleotides and how two nucleotides are held together. So, two nucleotides are held together by phosphodiester linkage. Okay, and just see, phosphodiester bond exists between 3 number carbon atom of one sugar and with 5 number carbon atom of other sugar. Okay, so 3 to 5, and yesterday I made you I told you how 3 and 5 lines are in chain, nucleotides are held together. Okay, so I hope that you understood. And not only that one, I taught you what are the repeating unit. So basically repeating unit in DNA strand is base, sugar, phosphate, base, sugar, phosphate, base, sugar, phosphate. This is the only repeating unit. Okay, so this base, sugar, phosphate, this is time and again repeated, then DNA is, means a nucleotide is produced or formed, and when many nucleotides are held together, then DNA molecules will be formed. So that is why DNA as well as RNA is called polynucleotides, because they are made up of many nucleotides. Okay, now let us have more idea about the structure of DNA. Okay, so we came to know that DNA is polynucleotides. So in polynucleotides, what are the things? Base, nitrogenous base is there, then sugar is there, then phosphate is there. These are the 4 things. Now here we'll have more idea about the structure of DNA. So as far as the structure of DNA is concerned, so we will study here double helix structure of DNA. Double helix structure of DNA. Who proposed this structure? Watson and Crick proposed this structure. Who proposed this one? Watson and Crick. And Watson and Crick structure is also known as 3-dimensional structure of DNA. 3-dimensional structure of DNA. Okay, so just see, this is the double helical structure of DNA. Means this is one chain starting from 5. Okay, 5 end. What is the meaning of 5 end? Means here CH2 means 5th number carbon atom of sugar is there. 5th number carbon atom. So 5 end, and this will end at 3. So what is the meaning of 3? Means here phosphate group will be bonded with 3 number carbon atom of sugar, and here phosphate group will be bonded with 5 number carbon atom of sugar. Okay, that is deoxyribose sugar. Okay, this is another chain. It is starting with 3 end and ending with 5 end. Meaning is same only. Here what is there? Phosphate group is bonded with 3 number carbon atom of sugar, and according to Watson and Crick, that these DNA chain are strand. You can tell them strand. They are helically. They are forming helical structure. In this way, they are, just see, helical structure is there. And in between the helical structure, what is there? Nitrogenous base is bonded. Okay, so pairing base, have you heard about the pairing base? Already I told you nitrogenous bases are 2 types, purines and pyrimidines. So pyrimidines, adenine and thymine, means just see, purines and pyrimidines I have explained you or not. How many types of purines are there? Purines are guanine, cytosine and uracil. Okay, uracil is not found in DNA. So basically guanine and cytosine. Okay, and what about pyrimidines? Pyrimidines, 2 bases are there. What are these 2 bases? So just try to understand. These 2 bases are Let me check that one. I am checking something else, not purines and pyrimidines. Okay. Okay, just listen here. So here two types of nitrogenous bases are there, purines and pyrimidines. So what are the examples of purines? Purines examples are adenine and guanine. Adenine and guanine is purines. Pyrimidines, what are the pyrimidines? Thymine, uracil and cytosine. Okay, once again listen. I think in the first line I committed mistake because I was seeing something else. Purines, how many purines are there? Purines are basically two only, adenine and guanine. Adenine and guanine. Pyrimidines, three are there, uracil, thymine, cytosine. So uracil is not found in DNA. Remember, in place of uracil, what is there? Thymine is there. Okay. So just see the pairing nitrogenous base. So purines and this is pyrimidines. Just listen here carefully. Pyrimidines. Purines, how many are there? Adenine, guanine. Here what is there? Thymine and cytosine. So pairing nitrogenous base means adenine will always form double hydrogen bond with thymine. G means guanine always form triple hydrogen bond with cytosine. Okay. So A double bond T, G triple bond C, A double bond T. What is the meaning of this one? This double bond is not bond, it is hydrogen bond. Okay. So if in one strand A is there, adenine is there, in second strand thymine would be there. So pairing base of adenine is thymine, and we can say vice versa also. Pairing base of thymine is adenine. Similarly, pairing base of guanine is cytosine, or we can say the pairing base of cytosine is guanine. Okay. So just see, in whole structure, what is there? A will make double hydrogen bond with thymine and guanine will form triple hydrogen bond with the cytosine. So this is a nitrogenous base. Okay. So just see, there are two types of structure of DNA. First one is the primary structure of DNA. What is the primary structure of DNA? The meaning of primary structure of DNA is the structure which tells about the sequence of nucleotide in the chain of DNA. What is the primary structure of DNA? The primary structure of DNA tells about the sequence of nucleotide. Sequence of nucleotide in the chain of DNA. Sequence of nucleotide in the chain of DNA. That is primary structure. So sequence of nucleotide. What is the meaning of nucleotide? Nucleotide means pentose sugar, that is deoxyribose, nitrogenous base, and third one thing is the phosphate. So sequence of nucleotide. Okay. How the nucleotide? Just like in primary structure of protein, what was there? In the primary structure of protein, the sequence of amino acid is determined. Similarly, in the primary structure of DNA, the sequence of nucleotide is determined. Okay. Nothing more to this one. Now, there are some more information as far as the primary structure of DNA is concerned. So, try to understand the base composition varies species to species, but in each case amount of pairing nitrogenous base is equal in all the species. Are you getting the meaning of this point? The base composition varies species to species, but in each case amount of pairing nitrogenous base is equal in all the species. What do you understand by this sentence? Just see. Amount of nitrogenous base varies species to species, means how much adenine, guanine, thymine or cytosine will be there in the species, that varies species to species. But remember, in each species, this one adenine will be equal to thymine and guanine will be equal to C. This is not hydrogen bond. Remember, this is sign of equal, means adenine will be equal to thymine and guanine will be equal to cytosine. Okay, always remember. Means what is there, the amount of means nitrogenous base composition may vary species to species, but the total amount of adenine will be equal to total amount of thymine, or total amount of guanine will be equal to total amount of cytosine. We can say same sentence in this way also. Total amount of purines will be equal to total amount of pyrimidines in particular species, but one species base composition will be differed with the other species base composition. Means base composition of one species will be different from base composition of other species, but in that particular species amount of pairing nitrogenous base will be equal. We can write in this way also. Just see, A plus T is equal to G plus C. Okay, means the sum of adenine and thymine will be equal to the sum of guanine and cytosine. So this is all about the what to say, Chargaff rule. This rule, these 2 points you can study under Chargaff rule. Means in the helical structure of DNA, in a particular species, A will be equal to T and G will be equal to C. Okay, but one species nitrogenous base composition will be different from other species nitrogenous base composition. Over. But about the secondary structure of DNA, the secondary structure of DNA tells about the number of hydrogen bond present between pairing nitrogenous base in 2 strands of DNA. Okay. So what about the secondary structure of DNA? Just see. Simply we have written here na, A is double hydrogen bonded with T, G is triple hydrogen bonded with C. Correct or not? So what is the meaning of this one? The meaning of this one is secondary structure of DNA tells about how 2 nitrogenous base, means purines and pyrimidines, get bonded in 2 strands of DNA. This is one strand of DNA. This is another strand of DNA. So if in one strand A is there, definitely in other strand T will be there. But how they will be bonded? So the 2 means in DNA 2 strand is there, and in one strand nitrogenous base will make bond with the second strand nitrogenous base through hydrogen bond. So hydrogen bond is responsible for holding both strands together. Can we say or not? Hydrogen bond is only responsible for holding 2 strands together. Okay, in DNA molecules. So this is all about the secondary structure. Now there is one question. The 2 strands in DNA are not identical but are complementary. Okay, are you getting my point or not? Just see, suppose I am talking of this strand. So in this strand A, G, T, C, A, G, A. This is the nitrogenous base. What about the second strand? T, C, T, C, A, G, T, C, T. Correct? So just see, both strands of DNA, they are not identical. If in one strand A is there, in another strand nitrogenous base is T. So they are not identical but complementary. What is the meaning of complementary? So listen here. 2 strands of DNA are complementary to each other because the base sequence of one strand automatically determine the base sequence of other strand. That this is the meaning of complementary. Okay, suppose you have not got, please do one thing, uncoil this one, uncoil this helical structure of DNA. So let us say this is the first strand. Okay, so if you uncoil this one, so what is the base sequence? I wrote here, A is there, then G is there, then A is there, then A is there, then again T is there. Just check here, AGA, then AG here, G. Okay, that much only. Okay, now try to understand. This is strand first. What is this one? This is strand first. Okay. Now try to understand. You have uncoiled it. Now the strand first nitrogenous base will determine they will determine automatically their, just see, determine the base sequence in other strand. Now just see, this is another strand, this is strand second. Now A automatically will determine T, G automatically will determine C. Okay. Now again A automatically will determine T. Now A here again will determine T. This T automatically will determine A. This G automatically will determine C. Okay. So this is strand 2. So this is called complementary. Okay. So just see, both strands are not identical. They are not identical, but they are complementary. So what is the meaning of complementary? The meaning of complementary is the base sequence of one strand automatically will determine the base sequence of other strand. This process is known as complementary. Okay. So the meaning of complementary is the base sequence of one strand automatically will determine the base sequence of another strand. That is the meaning of complementary. Okay. So in this way you have got a lot of information regarding the DNA. But remember, they are complementary. Okay. Okay, so now there are some more things which should be studied. Okay, even though it is not given in NCERT, but questions are given. Just see, between A and T double hydrogen bond is there, and between G and C triple hydrogen bond is there. So which is more strong? Definitely the hydrogen bond which is present between guanine and cytosine. So its bond strength is 70 kilojoule mole inverse, and A double bond T, its bond strength is 42 kilojoule mole inverse. So please remember this one. So whose bond strength is more? The bond strength of guanine and cytosine is more. So now suppose I am talking of breaking of these bonds. So in which case more energy is required? Definitely in case of guanine and cytosine, energy would be required more. Okay. Now melting. Okay. What is the meaning of melting? Generally the meaning of melting is temperature at which any substance melt. But here what is the meaning of melting with respect to DNA? The process of separation of two strands of DNA at a specific temperature is called melting. And remember, different species will have different melting temperature. Are you getting my point or not? The process of separation of two strands of DNA at a specific temperature is called melting. And two species will have different melting temperature. Means our DNA require different melting temperature, but bacteria DNA require another or different melting temperature. Okay. The temperature at which two strands of DNA is completely separated is called melting temperature, Tm. So what is the melting temperature? The temperature at which DNA strands are completely separated. This is specific for a specific base sequence. Okay, this is specific for a specific base sequence. This point only means melting temperature for A and T will be different than that of melting temperature of G and C. More melting temperature is required for breaking G triple bond C as compared to A double bond T or A double hydrogen bond T. Okay, this is not a covalent bond. Remember, this is hydrogen bond, and this is shown with the help of bond only, as if they are covalent bond, but actually they are not covalent bond. Okay, so in this way this is also finished. So almost we have finished everything about the DNA. Now RNA, what is RNA? Try to understand. RNA and DNA, okay, actually RNA is genetic material for the upper animals, or you can say vertebrates, okay. RNA is genetic material for the virus, bacteria, okay. This is the difference, one thing. Second difference, DNA is double stranded and RNA is single stranded. Sometime what is there, single strand only getting coiled as if they are also double stranded, but remember RNA is single stranded only, okay. Now there are some basic differences also as far as their structure is concerned. In DNA case, what is there? Thymine is there, uracil is not there, but in RNA, in place of thymine, uracil is there, okay. This is the one difference. Second difference, already I told, DNA is double stranded, this is single stranded. Another difference is there in DNA, what is there? Beta D2-deoxyribose sugar is found. Here ribose sugar is found, okay. These are the some of the differences. Now overall pairing of base will also be changed. With in case of DNA, what was there? With A, T was coming, thymine. Here in place of thymine, uracil is there, so uracil will come. G and C pairing would be same only, there is no difference, okay. So now I taught here base pairing, little bit difference is there in RNA, that also I wrote, okay. Now types of RNA, basically there are 3 types of RNA. First one is the messenger RNA, that is short form of this one is mRNA. Ribosomal RNA, that is rRNA. Next one is transfer RNA or tRNA, okay. So now try to understand here. Basically RNA is very important role in protein synthesis. Basically they are only responsible for the synthesis of protein, okay. Are you getting my point or not? How? Just will explain here in protein synthesis somewhat, not in very detail, little bit, okay. Now so biological function of nucleic acid. Biological function of nucleic acid means DNA, RNA both are included here, okay. So first one is replication or duplication. Basically this is the function of DNA. What is the meaning of duplication? Means forming exact copy of themselves, forming exact copy of themselves, that is called duplication, okay. So what is the meaning of replication or duplication? Synthesis of another molecules of DNA, okay. Just see how. Simple thing. See, you might have heard about 2 types of cell division, mitosis and meiosis. During the course of mitosis is taking place in somatic cell and meiosis is taking place in genetic cell, okay. So try to understand during the meiosis what is there, different phases are there. Different phases are there or not? Prophase, metaphase, anaphase, telophase. These are the different phases you are very much aware. Try to understand during the meiosis time what is there? Parent DNA, okay. Suppose this is one strand, first strand, this is second strand. So during meiosis times, during cell division, meiosis cell division time, DNA is broken into 2 parts, okay. 2 cell division, cell means half portion in one cell, half portion in another cell, okay. So this is strand first. What about this one? This is strand second. Okay. Suppose here pairing is like that. A is there. Here suppose G is there. Suppose here C is there. Suppose here T is there in one strand. Now suppose here G is there. Here C is there. Here T is there. Here C is there. Okay. Try to understand. I am telling what is the meaning of replication or duplication, okay. Now try to understand, this first strand will form its, just at the time of explanation of complementary word I explained you. Now this A will synthesize another strand, means this strand will synthesize exact copy of another strand. Exact in the sense means another strand of DNA, but it won't be identical. Okay, are you getting my point or not? It will synthesize the another strand of DNA which will be complementary but not identical. Like just see, this strand first will synthesize second strand and will have base pair. Now here D, here C, here what would be there? G, here what would be there? A. Just see. So another strand is ready, means with the help of strand first we made the strand second of this DNA. Similarly second strand will also make another strand. G will make C, here G, here A, and here G. So this is the strand second. This is strand second or not? Okay, this is also making its complementary base pair or second strand. So second strand have made its second strand and first strand also made its second strand. So now just see here. Now earlier we have broken DNA into two parts. Now each part has synthesized their complementary strand. Now another molecules of DNA is ready or not? Earlier it was not complete DNA molecules, but if both strands are there, it means both strand is ready. So one DNA was divided into two parts. Now each part synthesize their complementary strand. So now their exact copy of DNA, another molecules of DNA is ready. This is called duplication or replication. Okay. So now who has done this one? DNA. So DNA has got the unique property of synthesizing its own duplicate copy. Okay, this is called replication. Another one is protein synthesis. You might have heard about the genetic code. Okay, in DNA what is there? Specific base sequence are there. Specific base sequence. Actually genetic code means that is the sequence of nitrogenous base. Okay, where special kind of or a specific message is hidden or coded. Okay, so just see, in genetic code Hargobind Khurana, one Indian scientist, has worked a lot, and in year 1958 he received the Nobel Prize for medicine also. So just see, for the see in our body what is there? Everywhere protein is there. Only protein is doing everything. Skin is also one type of protein only. Every work has been performed by the protein only. So for the synthesis of specific protein, message is coded or hidden in DNA. Okay, so just try to understand protein synthesis. Since message is coded in the nucleotides or genetic code of DNA, so what we can say that in synthesis of protein, DNA is playing important role. But remember, in protein synthesis the basic role is performed by the different kinds of RNA. DNA only message is coded. Now just see, suppose for the synthesis of particular protein, message is coded in DNA. So first who will come? First messenger RNA will come. Now messenger RNA will read that one. What it will do? It will read the message which is hidden there. Okay, hidden there. Now what would be there? The same message will be transferred to the tRNA, means messenger RNA will read that message, and according to the message in genetic code, it will instruct to tRNA, transfer RNA. Now tRNA will collect the respective amino acids according to the message coded in DNA. Are you getting my point or not? Suppose one particular protein has to be synthesized. So first messenger RNA will read that one. Now messenger RNA will instruct through the tRNA. For this particular kind of protein should be synthesized. Now transfer RNA will collect the amino acids which are present in the cell, and it will assemble them near the rRNA, ribosomal RNA. When all the amino acids, 20 amino acids are get collected, then one protein molecule is ready. So now who has played the role? mRNA reading the message. Now transfer RNA collecting the different kinds of amino acids for the synthesis of protein, and ribosomal RNA, that is the site for the protein synthesis. At the surface of rRNA only protein is synthesized. There are so many things, transcription, translation. Now in the short I have explained that one. In this way the function of biological function of nucleic acid is also over. Now in the box they have given one thing, DNA fingerprinting. What is the meaning of fingerprinting? Have you heard about this one, fingertips? The fingertips of a person is unique. No two person will have same fingertips, because their DNA sequencing pattern is different. Means at fingertips sequence of DNA is different. That is why no two person will have same DNA pattern at fingertips, and this is used to just see. You might have heard about in the village areas that one ATM machine is there, small ATM machine, isn't it? People are putting their thumb or finger, and now their account is getting opened. And money is withdrawn. Am I correct or not? Because why government has taken that thumb impression or finger impression only? Because at fingertips unique DNA pattern is there, and no two person will have same DNA pattern. So this is DNA fingerprinting is. It is the technique by which an individual, person or organism is identified on the basis of uniqueness of their DNA pattern at fingertips. So what is the use of this finger printing technique, DNA fingerprinting technique? With the help of this technique we can identify a person or organism on the basis of uniqueness of their DNA pattern at fingertips. Now what are the uses of this technique? Nowadays it has got the variety of application. Now just see. Number one, it can be used to identify the criminals or innocent person. Okay. Now suppose one fellow is telling, I have not done this crime. Another is telling, no, he has only done this one. So now through DNA fingerprinting we can identify. Second one is to establish the paternity. Paternity claim. To establish the paternity of an individual. You might have heard about the N.D. Tiwari case, Narayan Dutt Tiwari case. He was the former chief minister of Uttarakhand, and he was the governor of Andhra Pradesh. There was one person, Sekhar. He claimed that I am the son of N.D. Tiwari. Initially he refused. Then what was there in the Supreme Court, case was filed. Then Supreme Court ordered for the DNA fingerprinting. Later on in Hyderabad lab, forensic laboratory, they established that yes, this fellow is the son of N.D. Tiwari. Later on he has accepted that yes, he is my son. So to establish the paternity claim, this technique can be used. Some other application is also there. What are the other applications? Now just see. Suppose dead body is there. Okay, dead body is there. Now we don't know which caste, which family this or whose dead body it is. Now after some time, suppose person claiming that dead body belongs to my family members. Okay, so how we can identify, how can we establish that yes, this dead body belongs to this family person or this man only, because his face and everything is deformed. Then DNA fingerprinting. Now DNA of that family person and dead body will be taken. If DNA fingerprint is matching, it means belongs to that person only. Now try to understand. Recently now in Uttarakhand Rishi Ganga project, what is there? So many fellow have been trapped inside the tunnel. Now after 10 days, 15 days, their body will be deformed. Now it would be very, very difficult to identify whose body this one. Then what is there? DNA fingerprinting will establish that this person belongs to this family. Okay, so to establish the paternity claim as well as for the identification of dead bodies. Now last one is to correlate the particular species, to study the biological evolution, to identify the racial groups, to rewrite the biological evolution. So these are the some of the applications. In this way this unit is completely completed. Okay, here there are some in-text questions. So already I have completed in-text question. Now this is 14.8 in-text question of page number 422. In-text questions. Okay, now try to understand here. One more question is there. Now that is okay. This one. What products are formed when a nucleotide from DNA containing thymine is hydrolyzed? Let us first answer this question. When RNA is hydrolyzed, there is no relationship among the quantities of different bases obtained. What does this fact suggest about the structure of RNA? Just see. Just now I taught you Chargaff rule. According to Chargaff rule, what is there? In any structure of DNA, A will be equal to T, G will be equal to C. Am I correct or not? In any DNA means any DNA of a particular species. Are you getting my point or not? Any DNA of a particular species. Two species will have different DNA. Hence different quantity of nitrogenous base would be there. But in a same species, A will be equal to T, G will be equal to C, or purines will be equal to pyrimidines. That is Chargaff rule. Okay, I told you. But in RNA case, this is not valid. So what does it indicate? That a simple question is asking. Simple thing. DNA is one type only. Okay, and here why nitrogenous base is not equal? Because different kinds of RNA is found in our body, or different kinds of RNA is present in a particular species. That is why the amount of nitrogenous base is produced is different. So that only indicating. This suggests that different types of RNA is present and they contain different amount of nitrogenous base. That is why amount of nitrogenous base is not fixed. If it would have been one type of RNA, then it could have been same amount of RNA. Now different kinds of RNA is there and they have got different amount of nitrogenous base. Now what products are formed when a nucleotide from DNA containing thymine is hydrolyzed? So just see. Thymine is the name of nitrogenous base. In any nucleotide of DNA, three things are there. Pentose sugar, that is beta D 2-deoxyribose sugar, then phosphatic group, and plus what is there? Nitrogenous base. So nitrogenous base, they themselves has given thymine. So when that DNA is hydrolyzed, you will get the thymine nitrogenous base, beta D 2-deoxyribose sugar, and phosphatic group. But remember, after hydrolysis, this phosphatic group you will not get. You will get the phosphoric acid. Try to understand. Hydrolysis. Actually, phosphatic group is present in DNA in phosphatic form. In this form, just see. P double bond O, 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 O. Okay, negative sign. Here negative sign, negative sign. This is phosphatic group. It is present in DNA or in nucleotide. Here this one and this one will be bonded. This side what would be there? Now pentose sugar would be there. This side also pentose sugar. Here also pentose sugar would be there. And pentose sugar in turn will be bonded with the nitrogenous base. Okay. But when hydrolysis is there, then what would be there? Suppose this is pentose sugar. Here what is there? This is pentose sugar. In the short form I am making. Short form. Just see. This is pentose sugar. Okay. This and here what is there? Here nitrogenous base is there. Okay. When same thing is here and same thing is this side also. When hydrolysis is there, this will be dissociated, this will be dissociated, this will be dissociated. So now phosphatic group will obtain 3 hydrogen from water and it will be in the form of phosphoric acid. C double bond O and here OH and OH, OH. So when they are asking the hydrolysis product of nucleotide, don't write phosphatic group, you write phosphoric acid. Okay. Similarly, when nucleotides are joined together, so of course in nucleotide phosphatic group would be there, but who will react? Phosphoric acid only will react, and during the course of reaction it will replace these 3H. Okay. So remember this one. Okay. So now in this way this everything is completed as far as this unit is concerned, including their in-text exercise. Now NCERT exercises are there and all these exercises I have already explained, like what are monosaccharide, you know, what are reducing sugar, write 2 main function of carbohydrate, classify the following, everything I taught. There is a one question, each and every question already I have solved. There is a one question here, the question number is 14.18. What is the effect of denaturation on the structure of protein? Okay. What is the 14.18? What is the effect of denaturation on the structure of protein? Remember, during the denaturation, now here definition of denaturation is not required. What is required? Here you should write what kind of structure of protein is getting affected when protein is subjected for denaturation. So secondary and tertiary structure of protein is getting disturbed during the denaturation, but primary structure of protein remain unaffected. So that has to be written. First decide that what I have to write in the answer of this particular question. Be very careful. Now almost all these things I taught. What are the nucleic acid? Mention their 2 important functions. Today only I have completed. What is the difference between nucleoside and nucleotide? Now in the studies video I have completed. Now what is the difference between DNA and RNA? Many time I have explained. Okay, just see. First you just create 2 column here. Write down here DNA. Write down here RNA. I am talking of difference. Now here first number difference. DNA is double stranded, RNA is single stranded. Second one, what is the difference? In DNA, pentose, beta D, pentose sugar. What is the name of that sugar? Beta D 2-deoxyribose sugar is found. Here beta D ribose sugar is found. Here what is the third one? What is the third one difference? DNA, what is there? Thymine is found in place of uracil. In RNA, uracil is found in place of thymine. What is the fourth difference? What is the fourth difference? Fourth difference is this is the genetic material from higher class of animal. This is genetic material of virus bacteria. Okay. So the 4 difference is enough. Now if you want to write further, you can write the nitrogenous base. Here A double hydrogen bonded with T, G triple hydrogen bonded with C. What about this one? A double bonded with uracil and G triple bonded with triple hydrogen bonded with C. Like that 4-5 difference is enough. Okay. Now there are RNA, DNA, there are so many structural difference, but 3-4 is enough because they have asked this question. That is why I am telling you. Write 2 strands in DNA are not identical. The 2 strands in DNA are not identical but are complementary. Explain. Just now I have explained. 2 strands are complementary. What is the meaning of complementary? the base sequence of one DNA strands automatically will determine the base sequence of another DNA strand. This is called complementary structure, but both strands will not have same nitrogenous base. So nucleotide difference. Now what are enzymes? Already I told you they are the biocatalyst. Basically they are proteinous substance, okay, and they always catalyze the biochemical reaction. Now in surface chemistry I taught you how do you explain the amphoteric behavior of amino acid. Already I have explained. Write the difference between globular and fibrous protein, that also I have explained. What type of bonding help in stabilizing the alpha helix structure of protein, hydrogen bonding, okay, that also I have explained. In this way this unit is also completely completed. Now I have to teach you solid state, which I will start tomorrow, okay, in normal classes. So in this way, what is there? Almost your all units of organic chemistry is completely completed. Now whether you are watching or not, I can't decide. Now it is up to you whether you are following or not. But from my side I did my effort. Thank you very much those who have supported me.